Have you done your $13.5 million budget for 3 players? Like, if you could spend $13.5 on 3 guys in this UFA, do you know who you would want to?
Not really. I mean, Marchand is a guy clearly that, Bennett. But again, I'm not convinced. Like, Bennett, it doesn't seem like he's leaving Florida.
I think Bennett's probably going to stay. But, like, if you could give Marchand 8, could you get 4 for, like, Mangiapane and, like, another 1.5 for
I keep
someone?
hearing Mangiapane. Like, how is he a guy that fits here?
Just based on, like, the GM kind of knowing and he's a worker. I think more it's just, like, guys that are workers,
I understand. I get it. I've seen his name out there. Like, Mangiapane in the Leafs. So I'm like, how does that fit? I get he's a Toronto guy.
Yeah.
Played in Calgary. Not very big. Had 14 goals. What is that doing for your DNA change? Well, to me, I'm not convinced that's a move that makes a ton of sense.
But you can't land 3 headliners.
Yeah, no, I understand.
One headliner, and you got to fill out the rest.
Now, it's
that's
also
a guy that fills out the rest.
With the presumption that you got to move off Yarncroke, probably if you're doing that. You probably got to move off David Kampf. And you got to figure out, is Cowan a guy that's going to play for your team?
And Kampf's got to go to you can't buy, it costs more to buy out Kampf than it would to send him to the minors with the variable amount. So,
right.
That's the move, unless you really don't want him in your organization and you buy him out. But
I don't see that.
For the cap flexibility, that's the move.
I think what you are doing you guys are in the dark. I think the AC's kicking in.
Yeah, it could be a full-blown AC power out. Noodles going Garth Algar. Be prepared. You better have your ace stuff because Frankie and I could be out at any second now.
You know what'll happen if you guys just disappear. I'm going to pretend my power went out.
Yeah, that's what you should turn the lights out. Just like.
Imagine JP and Doogie doing the show from the booth over there.
Like, it would be awesome. But you know what? Like, Mangiapane made 5.8 last year. Like,
he's not making that again.
He had 28 goals a couple years ago. Like, he's an interesting guy for me because I think he played very far down in Washington because Washington had him like on the 4th line. You're right. He's not going to make 5.8. But if there is a team that wants him, like he can skate, he can penalty, he can do a lot of things. He can score. He's got skill. Not a big guy, but I don't think what you are looking to do is add skill sometimes too, right? To in the right setting. But that being said, I don't know. I still believe, and I don't know how you guys feel. Is it just a foregone conclusion that Tree's not looking to upgrade the D at all? Like I think I would be trying to add. Like, I think you need to add anything that's available. Not go crazy, but if there's something that makes sense, I still think you need to look at it.
Possibly. I mean, I don't know. I look at it like they're committed to Tanev, McCabe, Riley, Carlo, Ekman Larson. They all have 3+ years on their deal.
Yeah.
And I thought Benoit was great. Like, Benoit was great in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, as a number 6, okay, are you talking some depth? As a guy that could compete there? Sure. But if you're talking a top 4 guy, possibly, but then that means 1 or 2 guys have to leave.
It means somebody has to go. You're right. Like,
obviously that's got to be Morgan Riley, doesn't it? Like, who else is going if you're making a big, like a groundbreaking change?
This is the thing. If you're going to upgrade on D, it's because you're making a seismic change for a true number 1 guy. Like, if you want to bring in a 5 or a 4 or even a 3, you have that. Like, you have those guys already, so you're going to add another one so you can play on your 3rd pair. I don't mind the way the way things are slotted on their back end, but if you're going to make a change on D, I think it would be you're looking for a true 1, whatever you think that is. But that's kind of where I think it would go. Right? Yeah, exactly.
It costs a lot.
Usually, you have to draft that guy.
What's Carlo's situation?
Yeah,
he's 2 years at 3.8, and does he have a no move?
I don't believe so.
Got no protection.
That's the guy I would circle, even though, let's say, I like a 6'5" defenseman every day of the week, a guy who can, defend.
They just traded Fraser Minton and a first, I believe, for him.
I understand that, but it depends.
It doesn't mean it's not the right move. I'm just saying, if immediately you've decided we made the wrong call, you're also saying that was a stupid trade to give up on a center that's young that could step in and play this year.
8-team no trade, Carlo.
Yeah.
He doesn't have nothing.
Listen, I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall saying if there is somebody that had to go, I don't know who that would be.
It's one of those 2 guys. Right. I mean, maybe Ekman Larson, possibly 2, right? 3 years, veteran guy, played pretty well. He's won. Don't know what his contractual status is. There are options. I hear what you're saying. They're not moving off Tanev. I don't think McCabe's deal's just kicking in. They're not moving off him.
Yeah, Riley controls his own destiny.
Riley
I get it.
controls his own destiny, exactly.
I think it's just, it's interesting, listening to managers and stuff like that. Like,
Although Stan Bowman was like, nope, defense is fine. We're not doing anything.
You said happy there. He said goalie and forwards. Yes. So, I mean, if somebody drops in your lap or if there's a deal that makes sense, I think you always have to be looking. And that's kind of where my point was, is I don't think you close off anything if there's a multiplayer deal that you can pull off with a team.
Yep.
Then you're always looking to upgrade. That's the way I look at it.
Yep. I think that's valid, and I would guess that probably is on the table.